there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out the most popular project on all of games and the most popular project on all of Kickstarter? Maybe? Yeah, that is Leviathan Wilds, a solo and co-op boss battling board game about climbing massive creatures from the designer of ... So I would put the designer of ... a little bit, I would put what's the game? Because if it's a really impressive game, it's getting cut off right now. So I would maybe find a way to squeeze that in there. Looking at the main image, I can see we're going to have some nice looking, screen printed little wooden meeples. We're going to have these big, presumably Leviathans, which I think are monsters. Is that a word that people commonly use? I don't know, but these big monsters that you're going to be fighting in this solo up and co-op boss battling. So I get the gist of what I'm doing here. I would like to know the mechanisms a little bit more. I'd like to know the player count, the time length, the age, all that good stuff. Maybe the price if we got ourselves a reasonable price. But after the main image, do I want to play it? Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested. Fun in 9 minutes. Nobody cares. It's just that's just too often abused by someone who's like, we have a $200 funding goal for this miniatures game, and blah, blah, blah. As always, we're going to go in the video from the designer of Imperial Salt. Oh wow, Star Wars Imperial Salt. That's a juicy little tidbit there. I'd mention that a little bit higher. As always, we're going to go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. Minute 12, in and out, nice and quick. Like it. That's a cool intro. I like that.
Long ago, the Leviathans lost.
Okay, so I do like how we're showcasing this, and I actually just saw a game last week. I think it was the Acquisitions Incorporated, which had a book like this, and it didn't showcase it very well. This, I immediately see what's going on. Every single one of these pages is going to be a unique, different monster that I'm presumably going to be fighting myself or with my friends cooperatively. Love it. There's so much you can tell me by showcasing components, and they already did it here in the first 6 seconds.
Leviathans lost their minds and tore our world apart.
Ooh. Like this shot. I don't know if this is necessarily the game board set up, but we're seeing a whole bunch of the different components here. Those are some impressive ones. The developers behind Descent, the visuals and developments of Pandemic Legacy Season 0, the designer of... this is great. That's a nice little shot there. And this is not a shot we typically see, but that's impressive. That's very...
After generations of struggle...
And more theme and artwork.
We learned to heal them. Now...
So the first shot was components. Now we see what the game actually looks like set up, and I see that we're going to be climbing to the top of these. I see dice here. It looks familiar but different, inviting. I want to play this.
Exploring forgotten lands. And curing the Leviathan.
I really like that shot. That made me, I get it. I look at this, I look at the iconography, I bet this cost 4 action points or whatever. It's very simple. This is great.
And curing the Leviathans.
That's how much you cure, since you're trying to make them feel good. Okay, cool. That looks fun. Ooh, what was that? What was that? That looks fun.
It's dangerous.
So that was really quick, but what you see here, and you might have missed it, that's a double-sided card. That's a dual-use card. Love dual-use cards. Fantastic.
It's dangerous. We don't know what's out there. But only we can save the Leviathans and restore our world.
Cool. How many pages? That's my most important thing. The size of the box looks like a pandemic-y size box. That's a fantastic size. We don't have to have giant miniatures of these bad guys. We could just have the fold-out thing. It looks great. Do I want to play it? So after the video, do I want it? Yes, I do. It looks like a very enjoyable game. Can you do it? Yes, you did a great job spotlighting your pedigree. How much is it? Hopefully don't beat around the bush. We get to the price. I'm going to presume that we're going to be around $60 MSRP, because nothing here seems out of this world component-wise. It just seems like we got some dang nice components. So Moon Crab Games, X Fantasy Flight Games, X FFG, so that, I would spell that out maybe just a little bit more, but the FFG is Fantasy Flight Games, Z-Man Games, Veterans, credits include Imperial Assault, the things we showed you. Got it. So we got 3 people here on the customer service in addition to the persons. We should have 4 things. And Leviathan Wilds. Yeah, I think I might have covered this when it was originally put out. So this originally had a $50,000 funding goal. It did not happen. All right, so we might go back and check that. Climb together, save Leviathans. Got it. Get the theme. Let's go. $59 down for $69. Very reasonable. That's exactly what I said. $60. Boom. Reasonable price. 1 to 4 players. Spotlighting the cooperative once again. I like I like this. I also really love that. Like that. That's great. Like this is all good stuff. This makes me want to like this game. So 1 to 4, 60 minutes. Long ago, the Leviathans lost their minds and tore our world apart after generations. Through 15 unique Leviathans. Fantastic. We're spotlighting that 15. Great. I might even put that on the marquee. That's 15 separate times you're probably going to play this game to get everything out of this game. That's a great. Ooh, shuffle, build your deck. Ooh, that looks fun. That looks so cool. Okay. Build your deck by shuffling the cards from 1 unique character and 1 unique class with 7 of each. There are 49 combinations to discover, and now I see why I'm even more excited about this game, because once again, this is not a game. This is one that has the potential to be a system with more monsters and more classes and more this and more that. This is such a charming, fast-paced, really clever, and incredibly thematic co-op. Charming. So fast-paced is really the only thing that's useful here, I guess. That quote's very superfluous. Tabletop veterans, we did these things. We already mentioned that. We can move on. Mooncraft Games has 3 decades of combined tabletop industry experience, making dozens of incredible games. We get it. We get it. But I guess, what else do I want? I just want the shipping at this point. I want a gameplay video. I want the shipping. I want maybe some juicy quotes here or there. Rule booklet. So 7 wood markers, 15 Leviathans in a spiral-bound book, 2 attack markers, 7 climber decks, 20 total cards, 7 class decks, 63 total cards, but lots of variability in how you build it. 10 injury cards, 15 threat decks with 96 total cards, 15 story cards. And we're not really up against a bad price. $60, very reasonable. I'm going to guess, what, like 10, 15 bucks tops for shipping? So in and out, you're looking at this around 70-ish. 16 scenario tokens. Yeah, this looks solid. Plus, if we start hitting stretch goals, cool. So how much is it? We're good. We just need to do the shipping. Hopefully I don't beat around the bush and put it all the way at the bottom, because that's the industry standard. I've said it enough before. I love this game. That's not helpful to me. Why back now? Support independent creators. So here we go. Discounted price. This is an estimate of a possible future MSRP, but there are no current plans for a full retail release. We'd love to get there someday. Great. So and they're not up against the retail gun. You know, when the new Terraforming Mars Prelude 2 comes out, they're up against the retail gun, because if their shipping sucks, you're going to be like, yeah, why don't I just wait? This company is not. So once again, very reasonable in the how much is it. Wood tokens, Kickstarter exclusive wood tokens are a crowdfunding exclusive free update for all backers with the core pledge level. Mystic Insight. Cool. Fancier stuff. Mutation pack. Ooh. Newsletter exclusive. Now this is hot. So sign up for our newsletter and you're going to get this, which I imagine most people probably will do. And this is a great way to start building brand loyalty, because, you know, the only way you're going to build brand loyalty is release game after game after game, making sure they're great games, and then also notifying those people who bought your original game that, hey, we're coming out with this new game that you're going to want, or the expansion or whatnot. And so I definitely like the newsletter there. I was impressed with how quickly we were able to get into the rhythm of the game. Once again, I know why you're putting it here, because it's Polygon, and that's a fancy name, but that quote sucks. Like we are able to get into the rhythm of, oh, so it's easy to learn. I guess that's it. It's easy to learn. So I will say that one actually take backsies. I do like the easy to learn aspect. Gameplay, reveal threat. I still would like to know more. Activate climber, resolve, play skill anytime, play it now, read the rules. There we go. Beautiful artwork and a beautiful idea. It's really nice theme that we're trying to save these Leviathans. Artwork's nice. We can tell. Beautiful idea. I like the idea of this game, that we're trying to fix Leviathans. Like, that's not... And once again, I don't put this on Tom. I put this on Mooncraft Games for thinking that was a great quote. Like, that was the quote from whatever this is. Not clickable, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully it's on the video dump later. The Leviathans feature 15, and they are asymmetrical, replayable, great stuff, things, monsters, got it. Characters, that's right. This right here might be the best game I play this year. Okay, superfluous, great, whatever. Like, none of these quotes have told me anything about the gameplay, really, aside from it's easy to learn. You know, where's the one where it's like, I can't wait to try it next time and mush together a different combinations because each time it feels very different, or whatever that quote may be, which is probably in some of these videos. New prototype play and impressions. So this is a full gameplay. Beautiful. We lead with a full gameplay. Awesome. And I might just bold that a little bit. I guess a lot of it. I guess the only amount of bolding that you can do. Overview. So it's a preview. Quick how to play.
Showing how the Leviathan will attack.
Okay, 5 minutes. I'm skeptical. Very skeptical. Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I'm not even gonna give them a click on this one to see the length of it, because that is like really clickbait. And it's just, I'm not like, yeah, I'm not even gonna defend what I just said there. Like, this is clearly is like, and it doesn't even tell me what this video is. It doesn't tell me it's a gameplay or how to play or a review or a preview. Like, just yeah. Oh, a live stream recording. They do. Cool. So this is a live streaming. Oh, awesome. 2 hours. Holy guacamole. I thought this was okay. So this probably has the teach and everything. Wowzers. Playthrough and impressions. Cool. So we got tons of video. All the videos you could possibly want, they are here. The rule booklet is here. Let's go check that one out. We got the contents, key concepts. Where's the setup, please? And I know it's going to be different. There we go. Setup. Okay. Looks solid. This looks solid. Lots of pictures, illustrations, examples. Very, very good. This looks like a great rule booklet. And honestly, with the pedigree of this company, that's not surprising to me at all. Hopefully, yeah, and then on the back of the rule booklet, a quick reference. I actually have 100 board game rule booklets on my board game table right now. All the boxes behind me, because I'm going to do a video, 2 videos specifically about how to do the back of your board game rule booklet. And that will look really solid. All right, new injury cards. So these are unlocked. Cool, I bumped these up higher. If we have hit all of our funding goals, which we have. So what do we unlock? New injury card, weakened. Cool. So is it a card or is it a token, or it's both? Because this looks like a token. Rear screen print, all climber meeples. Great. Making the game more nice and fancier. New climber. Wow. 4 character cards and 3 bolt tokens. Fantastic. So these look like some really rock solid stretch goals. Once again, always bump them up higher. What do I always say is that what is your goal when you launch a Kickstarter? It's to get your game funded, to make it become a reality. But once you become funded, what's your goal? If you have stretch goals, it's to hit stretch goals, which is why I think we should spotlight those higher. Climbing frenzied monsters has never been so fun. A tactical cooperative game like no other. Whatever. Shipping estimates. So $9. Yeah, right about what I was saying. So we got $68 in and out the door. Very reasonable. No issues there. 14.14. China. Get bad. China. Dang. Europe, man, that China seems just stupidly high, especially considering I imagine they're manufacturing out of China. Maybe they're not, but just whatever. Not that we typically see many people from China backing games on Kickstarter, but yeah, United States dominating. Okay, so it looks like the shipping it's there. VAT, all that good stuff you need to know is there. Now let's check out the pledge level. So $1 pledge level, 34 people sitting on the fence. First day only. So no wiggly, what is it, pledge levels over here, like I've seen some people do, where it's like, yeah, it's an early bird for the first 764 people, and then once we get 764, it goes up to 803 for some bizarre reason. This is just first day only, and I do like how clean and clear this is. So when I come back to this pledge level in the future and I scroll down and see what I missed, this is very clean and clear. Love that little organization thing right there. We got 810 backers on the first day. Kudos to them. Awesome. That is just fantastic, especially considering this was a relaunch. And we'll go back and check that one out as well. We'll browse it. So then this is the game. If you want to get it at the regular price, which once again, I thought it was pretty dang reasonable. And then the retail pledge, we got 3 backers. So it is a very clean and simple Kickstarter. Awesome. Honestly, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Blah. Just superfluous. Fulfillment timing. With the exception of potential stretch goals, the game is nearly complete. Content has been designed and tested. Most of it remains to be final illustrations. Blah, blah, blah. So it's coming out February 2024. Cool. Regardless of what happens, Moodcraft Games will do our utmost to ensure that you receive it. And here's, once again, I'm not really worried about it for a variety of different reasons, despite the fact this is their first time doing it. They clearly have all their ducks in a row. They've said, hey, we can clearly do this time and time and time again. They've got these quotes from these pretty sizable people. They paid a good money for these quotes and these videos. Moodcraft Games previously worked on the Pandemic series, and it shows. Whatever. The team, Moodcraft Games, lead designer of World of Warcraft, Pandemic, Imperial Assault, Warhammer Quest. Is that that card game? Because that's a great card game. Samuel. So we got the artist, we got the things, stuff. Cool. Everything I could possibly want. So Let's check out the FAQ updates, comments, give this one a grade. Can I back multiple copies as a retail pledge? Why are you not doing thing? Why are you not doing thing? That's funny. Okay, whatevs. Updated funded in 9 minutes from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much. Don't forget to join the newsletter. Congrats. Looking forward to see the rest of the stretch goals. Okay, so just a thank you update. Congrats on getting funded, but $99 shipping is just insane for the rest of the world. It is. That is high. I imagine that's not the majority of the people, though. And I imagine that's mostly just protecting their butt from, like having to spend hundreds of dollars for one game to get delivered to, New Guinea or someplace random like that. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Once you get to the rest of the world, there's not much you can do a lot of the time. Because the bottom line is, if you're making a 500 print run in New Guinea, or a 100 print run, or 20 games, or 50 games there, that'd be different. But you're not. You're getting one. And then even if you do have 50 games there, you still have to find a way to get that country those 50 games and then disperse those 50 games once they reach that country. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Really hope this gets more love. Such an awesome design. Why so expensive shipping to Hong Kong? Want to support, but too expensive shipping? Yeah, that China shipping seems really high. It's probably the strangest destination for shipping. If we get enough orders in the area, we might be able to use a fulfillment department there, which would drop that price sharply. Sadly, we can't promise that will happen. With shipping to Latvia and VAT, it would be $104 in total, almost twice as early bird pledge. Is there any possibility to lower the shipping price to Europe? It's unfortunately unlikely. Shipping to Europe has gotten quite complicated and expensive. So yeah, this is primarily for the United States backers. But at least they're owning it. They're in here. They're responding. They're doing good customer service. You must be kidding. If we get enough demand, yeah, that makes me wonder where they're printing this. Absolutely, I see an avid sleever myself. Okay, so final grade. Do I want it? Yes. I feel like that 1 minute video, well done. It mixed in the theme and the artwork along with showcasing me tons of components and giving me a feel for how the game plays. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I feel comfortable. Obviously, if you're outside the United States of America and a couple specific locations shipping-wise, kind of sucks that the price is going to be as high as it is, but that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. So can you do it? Yes. Just, yeah, it's their first game. And when you're putting on when you put out your first game, there's hopes and dreams that there's going to be a lot of other games in the future because obviously you're starting a board game company. Now, I will say the amount of mouths to feed behind the scenes, and I don't know if it's just it is higher than it actually, if it's not as high as it looks, because once again, when they showed in that video, like all the different people that worked on this, I was like, that's a lot of people for this game, and maybe they're independently contracting them. But once again, can you do it? Yeah, I feel pretty comfy. And then how much is it? Very reasonably priced if you're in the United States of America. Outside of the United States of America, it definitely looks like UK, Canada, Europe is getting higher. Not great, but yeah. I was going to say not great, but not terrible. But yeah, some places it seems pretty terrible. But for the overwhelming majority of the backers, which once again, 650, they got 9, to 50 in Canada, 43. It's not that big of a deal. So overall, I feel like we're cruising towards a good grade here. I want to go look at that main image one more time, and I want to check out the previous campaign. I definitely feel like this could be spruced up a smidge bit. I think maybe we mentioned the fact there's 15 unique Leviathans, so you're going to get at minimum 15 games out of this. I think we spotlight that Imperial Assault, maybe a little bit higher somehow, squeeze that in there. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm at a B+, A- range. There's plenty of gameplays. Quotes kind of stink. But everything else you need seems to be here. Now let's take a look at what they did in the past. Is this the exact same video?
Now, the Leviathans.
Okay, so this is the same video. They asked for a little bit more cash. So that's the big thing. That's the really big thing, going from a $50,000 funding goal to a $10,000 funding goal. But they increased the price of the game by $4. Okay. Other than that, it looks roughly to be the same. Or maybe, maybe they had more deluxeified components or something? Oh, they didn't focus on the components all here. Video unavailable. This video is private. That's weird. Okay, final grade. Yeah, I think I'm at an A- B+. It also has only been up for a couple hours, I think. Yeah, I think I can see this one crushing. Like, I can see it easily getting 100, 200 some $1,000 because it definitely looks like an enjoyable game, and it looks like a reasonably priced game. In and out at the door at $69 for a game that probably, it's rock solid. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go with a B+. I think those quotes are just so terrible that it kind of kills me a little bit from the A- range. But this is so good. That's so good right there. Spotlighting all that. That looks really professional. All those different intellectual properties. Love Letter, Star Wars, Jabba's Palace, Marvel, Pandemic, Fall of Rome, which, by the way, freaking great game. Highly underrated, that Fall of Rome. You know what? I'm A-. I think they did a good job on a lot of stuff here, and I'm excited to see what this company does in the future. So yeah, A- for Leviathan Wilds. Let me know in the comments below what is your final grade for that. And then that rule booklet. That rule booklet looked really solid. With the pictures, the illustrations, the example, I'm going with an A-. Let me know in the comments below what is your final grade for Leviathan Wilds, and if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023 to make it my biggest year ever. Bye-bye!